Good morning, welcome to Planet Mojo. Today I'm going to be spraying some Bonide fruit tree spray in the Dwarf orchard. Don't mind the mess here. We had the entire back of the gator heaped full of stuff that we brought over from the tiny house and backed it up here, and it started raining. It wasn't supposed to rain at all yesterday, and it started downpouring. So I just shot everything in here and slammed the door. I'll have to clean that up later. But I'm a little bit behind on the spray, well, this spray in the Dwarf orchard. The basic spray schedule is, while the tree is dormant, I spray dormant oil, which is now called horticultural oil, but it's still the same thing. I spray oil while they're dormant, and then as soon as they start getting leaves, well, when they have green tips, I spray a decent fungicide, and then right before the flower buds open, I spray fruit tree spray. I used to make my own mix, but it's actually cheaper to just use the fruit tree spray. It has all the stuff that you need in there. It's a fungicide and an insecticide, and it'll keep your apples from having worms in it. But anyways, you spray right before they flower, and then after the petals fall. And then after that, you're supposed to spray every 10 days, I believe it is, until the end of summer. But once summer hits, you don't have as much bug pressure, especially if it's a dry summer. So I kind of go by the weather. If it's dry and there's not a whole lot of bugs out, I don't spray as often, every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks maybe. But if it's a really wet summer and you got a lot of bugs and a lot of fungus, then you need to stick with that 10-day schedule. Otherwise, you're going to have problems. And once the problems appear, it's already too late. So, 2.5 tablespoons per gallon, and I already have that mixed up. So we'll get this pumped up and we'll go spray. Usually I use my electric backpack sprayer, but that failed at the end of last year. But I do have a new one, but I'm not ready for the review yet, so we're going to use this. I'm sure I've said it already, but I'll say it again. The first sprays of the summer are by far the most important. That's when the bugs are attacking your trees, and that's when it's really damp and the fungus is going to be attacking your trees. If you're going to skip any sprays, skip the summer ones. And they generally don't need much of anything in the fall. But I would keep on spraying all the way up until a week or two before harvest. And I will be spraying the brand new trees as well. They're not going to be producing any fruit, but they are still susceptible to fungus, and fungus can kill a little tree. So you want to spray all of your trees regardless of whether you're getting fruit out of them or not. And as with all sprays, you want to give it a shake or two throughout the entire process. Make sure that all of your healing juices, make sure that all of your fruit tree spray is in suspension. This tree is going to have a ton of apples on it this year. The very last tree, the Macintosh over there, has 3 or 4 broken branches from the big storm we had a couple days ago. So I got to do some pruning on that one as well. I really don't need to spray the stem on this or the trunk. Not with this spray. It's not going to hurt anything, but all of the insects that lay their eggs in the bark, those should all be dead from the dormant oil spray. When I spray the next dormant oil spray in the fall, I'll spray the trunk again. I got way too close with this flower planting. That's gonna go next year. Got a broken branch right there, and it looked like another one on the other side. I'll come in here a little bit later and prune those off. The Camas pear, really healthy looking. Nice green leaves. And this will help to keep it that way. Really floppy branches though. All of the branches are like that on this particular pear. And I've never grown pears before, so I don't know if that's something that's common to pears. Okay, we are all done spraying, and we're gonna prune off the wind damage. That was 2 days ago, and it's already sending out a new tip. I'm not sure if we're gonna get rid of that new tip in next year's pruning or not, but it's nice that it did it. Look at all the apples. Yeah, that was a heck of a storm. I didn't think I would need anything more than the shears, but looks like I needed the loppers for this. We'll get it though. There we go. Is that it? Yeah, 60-mile-an-hour winds. Well, gusts to 60, but 50-mile-an-hour sustained winds for maybe 15-20 minutes. It didn't do as much damage as it could have, but it didn't damage any of the other trees, which is surprising. When I was spraying this, there was quite a few of those little inchworms dropping down from this. This will get rid of those. Those will eat up the leaves, but what you really want to get rid of is the insects that lay their eggs and give you grubs inside of your apples. The worm inside the apple. You don't want apples with worms in them. Well, you might, but I don't. Yeah, this is what those little inchworms are doing. Yeah, you could see some leaves are completely eaten off. That's from them. And although it's not going to kill the tree, it's definitely going to weaken it. All right. Good, good, good. Okay, so I don't think I'll be showing any more sprays until possibly fall. Give you a little update on the new trees. This one looks like it's gonna die. This is one of the new ones from this year. And what was this? Buckeye. Buckeye looks like it's gonna die. This one is doing fantastic. I got a new branch coming from the other side. Yeah, that's gonna be fine. I think it's this one. Yeah, I got one coming down and over, which needs tying, but this one comes way up and over. And these were bitten up as well, but that should stop now. But I'm thinking with this one, what I'm gonna do is cut that off, and it should send a shoot out from right here. And when it does, I'll just cut that one off and use that shoot. This is a little bit too far. And I think I'm gonna rub off a couple of these as well and trim the top. I'm not 100% sure how to do that. I've read that you should keep 3 nodes, but that's 1, 2, 3 nodes is way down here. I'm gonna have to do some reading and see what's recommended, because I don't want to do that wrong. I got to get out here as soon as I'm done with this video and do a little bit of tying on this one. I've been tying this every day. Yeah, see, this is way too long right here. And I want to get those trimmed back. All right, that's going to wrap this video up. Just a reminder, get out there and spray your trees, otherwise you may be sorry. And again, this is the last video on spraying this year, but I'll be working out in the dwarf orchard basically most of the summer. I'm going to be continuing the top of the steps. I'm going to put the trail in. I'm not exactly sure how far I'm going to go with that. And then once we have where the trails are going to go defined, I'm going to be planting buffalo grass and blue grama in here. That is the buffalo grass from last year. It looks really cool, and that's as tall as it gets. You don't have to mow it or anything. So this will be nice and green in here, and hopefully fairly maintenance free. But another video I'll be doing out here is on rot proofing the tops of the posts. That's going to be an interesting video. So if you want to see any of those videos, make sure you subscribe and click on the update icon. If you have any questions or comments, make sure you put them in the comment section below. And if you share the video and or give it a like, it helps the channel out greatly. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.